Good morning and welcome to Be My Guest Plus, and our guests today are Jim Moran and Peter Crabbe of the Hamilton Wood Type and Printing Museum in Two Rivers. And Jim, I'd like to ask you first, what do you think are some of the highlights that we talked about today?
I think the big thing is that in a way things are going well. This is my 10th year at the museum, and we have gone from me being the only employee to adding someone like Peter, who is the 5th employee. And while the numbers might not be staggering, I figure he comes on, we go up by 20% on our staff. But I think, what it means is that the museum has done well and we're bringing in more people. So that's the exciting part for me.
All right. And Peter, of course, you've worked at many or been employed by many museums already.
Yes.
And you are brand new to our area. So the YMCA question of the day for you is, what have you found that you really enjoy about the Two Rivers and Manitowoc area?
Well, it's interesting. I was actually here in the springtime before I even knew there was a job to apply for. I was here for a conference because I was working for a maritime museum, and I was here for a conference, and the weather was still terrible, actually, and I fell in love with the place. I was staying over in the hotel just across from the museum, and I forget the name of it. But,
Layton's.
No, just from across
Baymont?
the Baymont, yeah. And the weather was terrible, and I went out for a walk to the lighthouse, and really loved it. I loved the lake. I'm familiar with it. I lived in Chicago for 30 years, so I kind of would come up here sometimes. So I love that. I love that there's so many nice places to walk, and so many different things, woods, lake. So I love nature, so I love all that, and I like industrial archaeology, so I love the buildings, and I love the industrial heritage of the area. So it checks all those boxes for me, really.
Well, it's great. Well, it's great to have you here too, and Jim, it's great to have you too.
Well, thank you.
Thank you very much.
We thank you both, and we invite you to join us again for Be My Guest Plus. And if you'd like to hear the whole podcast, go to WOMTradio.com and go to our podcast area. Until next time, I'm Lee Douglas.